Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. And this is my daughter, Maria, and she came to me and asked me for some help.
Yes, I was reading a pattern the other day and was totally lost. As many of you know, my mom is an expert sewer. I, however, not so much. And when I was reading this pattern, I was lost as to what kind of fabric I was supposed to buy and how much of it I should buy. Mom, can you help me?
Yes, because even I, as she thinks expert sewer, I even get a little confused because there's so many new names of fabrics popping up all the time. So this video is all about fabric, what kind I recommend for beginners to start with, and what fabrics to avoid. These are stretch knits that I recommend you avoid. It's only because you require a special needle, special thread, and you need to understand the different zigzag stitches on your sewing machine. This is a two-way stretch knit. In other words, it stretches from the selvage edge to the selvage edge. So you can see it goes that way, but it will not stretch this way. This is a four-way stretch, and this is the selvage edge. So most of your selvage edges look something like this. It's a finished edge. This one stretches from selvage edge to selvage edge, and it also stretches from the raw edge to raw edge. So these are great if you need a lot of movement, but please avoid these if you are a beginner. This is chiffon. You'll see this in your wedding dresses and other formal wear. It's absolutely beautiful and it flows wonderfully, but it is also a nightmare to cut. It slips and slides and changes its shape. For instance, I made a kimono top not too long ago, and I hadn't worked with this in a very long time. And when I was done, one sleeve was shorter than the other, even though I cut both of them out at the same time. So avoid this one at all costs if you are a beginner. I also recommend you avoid satin. I don't have a sample of that. It's very shiny, very pretty, and it's also used for formal wear. But it slips and slides a lot and snags and unravels easily. So avoid satins. 100% cotton is a great choice to start with. You can make almost anything out of the cotton fabrics. This is quilting fabric. Quilting fabric is not just for quilts. You can make clothing and other household decor out of them. That's why I love buying them. And you can see there's a variety of colors, choices, and prints. And these are just a few. There are hundreds and hundreds of choices. If you want to make something really soft and snuggly, start with either fleece or flannel. Fleece you can make blankets out of, and I think most of you know that, but you can also make clothing out of fleece. I've made lots of blankets, and I've made neck scarves, ponchos, and other items out of fleece. They're very warm. Another one that's really soft and snuggly are your flannel prints. You can make baby items, burp cloths, bibs, little baby blankets, receiving blankets, and then you can also make fleece shirts and other clothing items. Now, I know I said earlier you need to start with 100% cotton fabrics, but fleece is okay. It's not cotton, it is a synthetic fabric, but it's a really good beginner's choice. Here are some other great choices of fabric for a variety of projects. This is denim. Denim comes in a variety of colors. It's not just blue. And often you can find denim that has embroidery printed designs on it. This is canvas. Make tote bags out of these. Besides the denim, you can also make other clothing projects. This is outdoor fabric. It comes in a huge variety of colors and prints, and a great place to buy your outdoor fabric is Walmart. It's half the cost of many of your fabric stores. This fabric here is called Home Essentials. It is an inexpensive home decor fabric that Joann Fabrics and Crafts offers. I buy this line all the time. I highly recommend it. You can usually get it on sale for under $10 a yard, and it comes in a wide range of colors and prints. If you're making a pot holder or an oven mitt, and I recommend you use the 100% cotton quilting fabric, you need products in there to help block the heat from penetrating through. This is cotton batting, 100% cotton, and this is a synthetic product called Insulbrite. So for instance, when you're making your oven mitts and your pot holders, you layer them together and then put your quilting fabric on each side of it. So it's an insulation, very, very important product. And one other product I recommend that you can use when you're making other decor items or even tote bags is to use iron-on fusible interfacing. Pellon makes a wonderful product, and the Pellon interfacing is easy to find.
Now, Mom, what stores do you recommend I buy my fabrics at?
All right, if you want to just buy the 100% quilting fabric, you could go to a quilt fabric store. They specialize in high-end quilting fabric, so it's going to be a little pricier than what you would buy at other stores. For instance, I shop a lot at Joann Fabrics and Crafts because I live somewhat close to one. Now, it's a national chain store, but one other national chain store is Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
So they're both nationwide. Now, when you go into the Joann Fabrics and Crafts or Hobby Lobbies, everything is in sections. So all the quilting fabric is in one section of the store, all the baby fabrics are in another section, and so forth. So when you go into the store and you're not familiar with it, just ask someone who works in there to guide you to that particular section. If you're going to do a really small project, let's say you were going to make the little elastic bowl cover, or you're going to decorate a kitchen towel, you can buy fat quarters. They're pre-cut. They're roughly 20 inches by 18 inches, or maybe even 22 inches. And they're pre-wrapped like this, many different color and print selections. So go to this first, and if you don't see anything you like, then of course go to the larger bolts of fabric, but make sure you always read the labels on your fabrics.
Okay.
Before you purchase the fabric, read the label on the end of the bolt. There's cardboard that the fabric is wrapped around. It will give what the fabric is made up of and will give you the care instructions. Make sure your fabric says machine washable and dryable. Then after you've purchased it, make sure you wash it. But before washing, do a zigzag stitch on each raw edge of the fabric. You need to do that because the fabric will unravel during the wash and drying cycle, and you could lose up to an inch or more of your fabric. For beginners, you have a variety of patterns, projects that you can purchase for clothing, home decor, and other types of projects. Make sure that you purchase patterns that are marked easy or for beginners. McCall's, that's a pattern company, Simplicity, and Butterick have their beginners line of patterns. When you buy a pattern, look at the back of the envelope. Everything you need to purchase is listed on there. The type of fabric they recommend, if there's a zipper or buttons or elastic or special thread, that's all going to be listed in there, and even the amount of yardage you need to purchase based upon the size of clothing you're trying to make. This is a pattern instruction sheet. you will find this in your pattern envelope. There can be 1, 2, and 3 different sheets of information in there. The language is very different, and if you've never read one before, you've never had any kind of sewing lesson, you're going to be very lost. So I recommend you watch my video, How to Read a Pattern. I go over all of the terms in great detail. All of the items I'm talking about in this video, including how to read a pattern, all of those links are listed below your YouTube screen in the description center. Here is a question I get asked often, and that is, how much yardage should I buy? Well, as I said earlier, read the back of your pattern envelope. But let's go over what 1/8 and 1/4 and so forth means. There are 36 inches in 1 yard. 1/8 of a yard is 4.5 inches. 1/4, 9 inches. 1/2, 18 inches. 5/8, 22.5 inches. 3/4, 27, and again, 1 yard is 36 inches. Now, the widths of the fabric. The width is measured from the selvage edge to the selvage edge. That's the finished edge of the fabric. So they range in a variety of widths. Quilting fabric ranges between 42 inches and 44 inches. Fleece, 50 inches to around 60 inches. Home decor fabric can range as high as 50 inches or more, and clothing can range from 42 inches to 50 inches, and I've even seen some where it's even wider than that.
Now, Mom, what projects do you recommend for beginners?
Well, really make sure it says easy on it. For instance, this fleece scarf I put around your neck here. This is just one piece of fabric stitched in like a tube, and you can either just leave it with little fringe cut at the end, or you can even tie it in a knot. You can make it any length you want, and like I said, it's fleece. Fleece is super easy to start out with.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, okay. Now, many people want to make items for the kitchen, but I think the easiest thing to start out with is this pot holder.
Okay.
You can make it with or without this hanging loop, and you can even make coordinating kitchen towels to go with it. So here's a really simple kitchen towel. All I did was put a border on it with some rickrack. I purchased the towel, and I get all my towels at Walmart because they're so cheap. I love Walmart. You can also decorate napkins or make your own napkins. You know, it's whatever you want to do. I love making table runners. Table runners is my favorite thing to make because there's so much you can do. This is a Easter table runner, and all it is strips of fabric stitched together, and then I bound the edges. So it's really, really easy. And then there's another dining project I recommend you start with, and that is a placemat. And the placemat I make, sometimes I use cotton batting. Remember how I told you earlier in the video, cotton batting. And sometimes I make placemats with the iron-on interfacing. So this is real easy, Maria.
Okay.
I would start with this. Okay. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but my daughter is expecting our first grandbaby. I'm so excited. So if you want to make simple projects for your kids,
Okay.
here's a little gathered skirt. And you can also make skirts for adults. So I would start out with a gathered skirt for clothing. This is for children or adults. And these are also flannel pajama bottoms.
Okay.
So start out with gathered waist for your pants. Avoid zippers because
Gotcha.
that takes a while to get to know your fabrics and everything. And I'll show you in a moment what kind of zipper project to start with
Okay.
if you think you're ready for a zipper.
Okay, sounds good.
And what does this look like, Maria?
So it looks like we got a little baby bib.
We got baby bibs. You can do a simple little triangular shape neck scarf,
Very
which are really
cute.
popular, and then also a bib. With or without, you can do it with a snap or the little Velcro.
So cute.
These are really, and this is made out of flannel, super, super soft and washable. And I'm going to see if you can figure out what this is.
Looks like we got some bags here.
It's a bag. Now this is a drawstring backpack. So easy. It's lightweight. There's no zippers, no fancy snaps. Really, really easy and very quick.
Okay.
And here's a little tote bag.
Love this.
Now you can make tote bags with or without the ring handles. I happen to like the ring handles, it's so cute. I made this with the idea of carrying small sewing projects in it, or if you like to knit or crochet. It's a nice little travel, take the bag along with you with a small project in it.
Okay.
Now, if you want to make gathered curtains for your kitchen windows, this is really, really easy. And in my tutorial, I go over how to measure your window. And all you need to do is be able to know how to do a straight stitch.
Okay.
Really simple, make them any size, short and long. Now here is a pillow. And I love making pillows. I make all my pillows for my sofas and chairs. Really simple.
Okay, now when I go to make this, do I have to put a zipper in it?
No, not on this
Okay.
one. On the back, it's a slip cover.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you
Easy.
can just buy these pillow forms at Walmart. They're really cheap there, and you can get them in a variety of sizes, and you can wash your fabrics now, but make sure you select fabrics that's washable.
Okay.
Some say dry cleanable. And over there, I've got something else that I think is really easy.
Oh, fun.
And it is a pillowcase. So simple to make. Make them in a variety of colors for your kids. Put their favorite action figure on it or princess. It's whatever you prefer. So these are a lot of fun, okay?
Now, I'm assuming you have tutorials on all these projects that you
Yes,
mentioned?
I have tutorials on all these projects and the links are below. Plus, here's more beginner projects. This, I call it the last minute table runner. Great holiday project idea for any holiday of your choice. Placemats, with or without pockets. You can even make napkins to match your placemats. If you're looking for ideas to make for Christmas, you can make a matching pot holder and hanging kitchen towel. Also, little bowl covers, really easy to make for in a variety of seasons, holidays, or just every day. And pin cushions are also so cute and easy to make, a great little gift idea. Headbands, all kinds of colors, out of cotton and other types of fabric. This is a little personal tissue holder. I have one of these in my purse all the time. I love it. And if you are ready for a zipper, you've already been sewing a little bit, try one of these zipper pouches. Really, really easy, and all of the tutorial links are listed below your YouTube screen in the About section.
Oh my gosh, Mom, thank you so much for all that information on fabric. It was super helpful.
Oh, hon, I'm so glad you got something out of it. And I hope it was helpful to all of you out there as well. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Sewing Room Channel for behind-the-scene photos of projects that I'm working on, and also an occasional shopping outing for fabric. And also, check out my Facebook page. Happy sewing, everyone! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. Don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Don't forget to click on the bell and enter your email address so you'll receive email notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is a lot of mayonnaise. See you next time, and happy sewing!